Biodun here, and welcome to another episode of the vlog.
This is the Lifesaver's Apprentice.
Yes, and like I said welcome today. As you can see, I'm not alone here. Hallelujah, somebody, praise God. I got my friend here.
Your friend.
My darling baby. What do you want me to call you? My sweetheart.
Also.
Oh, my sweetheart. I got my sweetheart here.
I said sister.
You said sister. I got my sister here. Are you happy now?
Yeah, I am. That makes me feel a whole lot better.
So this is Faye. Introduce yourself, please.
Oh, okay. So I'm Korikiye, but you can call me Faye.
Oh, yeah, Faye. I'm blushing. She's here on my vlog. So
sound like.
Okay, let's move on before we take all the time. So today, guys, welcome to another episode of the vlog, and as always, I'm super excited to have you guys here. If you haven't subscribed, go ahead and click that subscribe button. Please do. What's I'm doing now, babe?
Yes, please do.
Thank you. Tell them.
Get my baby girl to 1,000 followers.
Thank you. Never even went that 200. We only went that 1,000.
Say hi, baby.
Yeah, when you shoot for the moon, you learn that one. That's true. So welcome again. Moving straight into the topic of today. Today we're going to be talking about female genital mutilation. Yes, and we've done a bit of work around it.
Yes, we have. For over a year now.
Yes. We're social media advocates in the UNICEF
UNFPA joint program
to accelerate
the abandonment of FGM in Nigeria.
Yeah, so we're going to be using FGM a lot. FGM is just female genital mutilation.
But a lot of people like to call it female genital circumcision because a lot of people don't know the technicality of the terms involved. So if you hear mutilation, just know we're talking about female circumcision, but it's no longer called circumcision because it's mutilating.
It's mutilating your girl child. So straight up, Faye, what is FGM? Let's explain what FGM is.
I should be asking you.
What
is FGM?
Are we not on the same?
What? Okay. So FGM is FGM is the surgical removal of a part or the whole external female genitalia for non-medical reasons. Now, it's mostly not always removal. Sometimes it's just piercing or whatever operation that is done on the female genitalia is referred to as FGM.
Okay, so basically, anything that doesn't have any medical purpose, and then you are tampering with the
female external genitalia. Yes, it's FGM. It's FGM. So I'd like to ask you now, what are the types of FGM?
Okay, so like I said, UNICEF before. Yeah. Okay, before we start playing too much. So FGM has 4 types. Type 1 is removal of the clitoris with or without the labia minora. So medical people understand the part, but it's just like you remove the clitoris, like clitoridectomy. And the second part is removal of the labia minora with or without the labia majora. You see those things that this is not for children, but children should also know it anyways because it is for everybody. So those things that look like lips on the female genital, that's the labia minora. That's the labia minora. The clitoris is that.
That's my sex, so you have to cut this part out.
So I'm not cutting anything out. Anyway, so that's the labia minora, and the labia majora is the part that looks like a bed just beside the oval-shaped body of the vagina. So, and that's type 2. Type 2 is removal of the labia minora with or without labia majora. Now, type 3 is infibulation. That's you remove the clitoris, the labia minora, and then you
remove the entire external part of the vagina,
and then you sew it together.
And then just leave a tiny matchstick hole. That's crazy.
For pain, and for that part, that type is so terrible. And I wish I could I hope I'm able to share pictures with you guys, but I don't know. Yeah. So if I'm not able to share pictures, you can just always go to Google and type female genital mutilation. So. And just put pictures to pop up. And then the type 4 is piercing, cauterizing, any other thing that has been done to the female genital.
Hot water pressing.
They call something massaging. So anything that's been done to just remove the clitoris or cut part of the external female genitalia is female genital mutilation. The girl child is created complete by God, and you don't have to remove any part at all. So, but why do you think people do female genital mutilation? Because it's quite rampant in Nigeria. A lot of people don't talk about it, but it's quite rampant. Why do you think?
Okay. So the thing with female genital mutilation is, or why people don't talk about it, is because people think it's a myth now. There are a lot of people out there in urban areas who don't know that this is really serious and goes down in almost every community in Nigeria. So yes, people do this for a lot of other reasons. Sometimes for societal reasons, to blend in. Some see it as a rite of passage. Some think it curbs sexuality in women, like try to make them go crazy and wild for sex and all that. So yes, then there's the issue of a set of people also believe that if a woman is not caught when she puts to birth her child, when the head of the child touches
the clitoris,
the child dies or something.
Sweet Jesus.
So they feel like there are a lot of reasons. I mean, you go to places, if you go for community interventions, you find out that people have 1,001 crazy reasons why they call the female vagina, and it's insane. We can't start naming all of them because of the time. But then, more importantly, a lot of people seem to think that it's a way to curb promiscuity.
And doesn't really work like that. It works in the opposite way.
It does. It works in the really opposite way, like you say. The thing is, somehow it does work like they think it does, because it makes sexual experiences really painful, especially infibulation. It makes sexual experiences really painful. So women don't look forward to sex. They don't enjoy sex and all that. Imagine having your vagina cut and then leaving a tiny matchstick hole, so when you get married,
they will uncut
your husband when you have to give birth, that's when they uncut. They don't uncut when you get married.
Wow.
So they have sex like that with the matchstick hole. So it's a really frightful experience. And then so in places like that, they have reasons to believe that because she's caught and she has a tiny hole, she wouldn't have sex outside of marriage and all that. But then at the end of the day, no, it doesn't work like that, because promiscuity didn't start today.
Exactly. There's some women that have been
even
caught.
in communities that are caught, there are women who still have
3,
sex.
4 husbands.
Yeah. No,
they would be moving from some women have been caught and will still be moving
from one man to the other. So it has nothing to do. Promiscuity is a personal thing. It has a lot to do with the mind and how your body works and how much sexual urge you have as a woman. And how much you like to explore those sexual urges you have as a woman. It has nothing to do with whether or not your vagina is cut, massaged, cauterized, pierced, and all that.
So someone actually told me a story about a girl that was cut, but she didn't know she was cut. So when she eventually had sex, her friends had told her about sex and orgasm and all the likes. So when she eventually had sex, she didn't enjoy it. She's like, maybe the guy didn't do it right. So she moved from that guy to another guy.
Oh yeah, I've met girls like that.
Another guy.
I've met girls like that. I met girls who didn't even know that their problem with sexual satisfaction came from FGM, alright? But they've been caught. Some of them have been caught. Some of them, of course, have not been caught at something. But then at the end of the day, it doesn't curb promiscuity, because it makes you want to quest for these things that people talk about.
Exactly.
So now you start trying and trying. So that's when I think that you are right when you say it goes the other way, because of course if everyone is having sex and then they're talking about how good and glorious this experience is, and I keep trying and then I don't get it, we are humans, we want to find out how it is or how it works for them someday, so then they keep trying and trying and trying, not knowing that
something has been removed. And their parents, and that sometimes the parents don't tell the kids that they have been caught.
Yeah, especially when girl children are caught at very tender stages, they don't tell them. But then in societies where I'm from, girls are caught during teenagehood, teen period. It's like a rite of passage into womanhood or something. So they cut them, and then it's a really beautiful, not the cutting though, the entire ceremony surrounding it. So girls now take it as some kind of pride
to be caught.
Yes, to be caught, because they get caught and then they're beautifully dressed and adorned in cultural attires for a few days, and then they walk with their legs spread, of course, because of the sore between their legs. But then they have this beautiful thing all about them. When they walk out, when they go out, everybody in the community is like, oh my god, this is a beautiful damsel, and then it's like giving her gifts and money and all that. So that's how it works where I'm from. So at the end of the day, even though it's a very dangerous and harmful experience or practice, we still celebrate it. So there are people out there who defend this cause for the reason that okay, for the excuse of the beauty in our cultural
Yeah.
heritage, or they feel like they're trying to preserve our culture. But then, on the long run, we can preserve our culture without harming each other.
Exactly.
I mean, like it can be replaced with something like traditional buying of stuff, or because these things happen during festive periods most of the time, especially in communities where teenage girls and courts. And the thing with cotton is, especially in communities like that, is it puts the girl's child at risk a lot. Some girls die due to bleeding, excessive bleeding.
So, like from there, let's move on
Hemorrhage.
to what harm can FGM cause? Like, what's the harmful part of FGM?
Okay.
Is it good? Okay, our Gabriel Ben will say a practice is actually either harmful or good. So, what are since we now know that FGM is harmful, what are the harmful effects of FGM?
Okay, so there's the issue of death.
Yes, a girl can die when
girls have died.
Yes,
girls have died even recently.
Recently in Somalia.
Yes, in Somalia, girls have died, and I'm sure that in some urban, in some rural areas in Nigeria, girls have died recently too. Because we don't hear all the stories.
Yeah, there's something in Yoruba culture where if a child dies and then like after they give birth, they can say the child is Abiku. That means the child is like an Ogbanje or something, and the guy keep not knowing that is when you cut the child and maybe the child bleeds to death and the child dies, and now say this is an Abiku child. No.
So yeah, there's a case of excessive bleeding and hemorrhage. Yeah, and it can lead to death. There's psychological problems. There's vaginal keloids, and you need to see women. Some women just walk pretty and all that. Some have keloids due to a female genital mutilation practice on them. They have like huge bumps in their vaginas, so it increases mortality rates. Women die during childbirth, and most of the time they have to be you either have to run through surgical birthing processes or risk losing mother and child. And emotionally, it causes, I feel like most of the time emotional and psychological effects are really hard, because it's what people don't see. So there's no way to treat what you don't see, especially in Nigeria, where our mental health is really taken for granted and ignored.
Well, some people
tomorrow is World Mental Health Day though. So especially in Nigeria, where your mental health and emotional health is really ignored and pushed to the side, women suffer. Women suffer in marriages. It causes detachments between couples.
When your wife isn't enjoying the sex and you don't know why she isn't enjoying it,
you don't even know she's not enjoying it. There are women who go all the way out to fake orgasms and all.
Wow. So there you have it. FGM, no, super harmful. I don't think. I just think about the girls that have been caught. It hurts me.
Yeah, it does.
It hurts me. So there you have it. Female genital mutilation is really harmful practice that should be stopped. But what do you think we can do?
Individuals. Okay, yes. Basically, a lot of people like to sit back and think that there's UNICEF or there's the government. They should what the government should do. But no, this has gone way beyond this. It's like the killing of twins, all right?
Yeah.
And it's something that one person cannot stop, and the government is one person. I mean, one person, and every individual makes up a community.
We have
so
government.
We have to help ourselves. We have to talk about these things often, and we have to make sure that people know. Even now, in the past 1 year of working, I think I said talking about FGM way before I said working with the team, because I did my project on FGM. Okay. So I found then that a lot of people thought this thing had passed away and all that. Even my project supervisor was like, "You really put your head into this thing. Does this thing still happen?" And I'm like, "Yes, I did my research. Yes, it still happens." And it was like, "Oh, that's pathetic." And then it's off. You get, so people just react like that and be like, "Oh, that's sad." And then the next day they ignore or they forget that this thing is happening, and then they ignore that girl children are at risk every day from FGM. So we need to come out, we need to publicize, we need to talk, we need to do sensitization, we need to do better. We need to do this without destroying people's cultural heritages, because when you attack their culture, they feel we are humans, we get defensive
fall
Yes,
for
yes,
it.
yes. So we need to do this, but in the most friendly and
Yeah.
likely manner.
So we have this principle that we work with. They call it the do no harm policy. So
Yes.
while we're talking about FGM, we have to be careful. It's a sensitive issue. Anything that is related with culture and sex and then mental health and all this thing, and family, society, you have to be careful when approaching it to deal with it. So
Yeah.
let's check the balance. So while you're telling people that this culture is bad, you're also not offending them, because when you offend them, you can't correct them.
Yes, yes.
So what do you think is the let's round up. So what do you think is the role of the family in ending this female genital mutilation?
Okay, I feel like the family plays a key role because society is made up of families.
Yeah.
All right. So if every family member, if family members should look out for their daughters.
Yes.
Even besides FGM, there are a lot of gender-based violence, especially in our society today, that girls go through in closed doors, that families close up and hide.
They don't talk about
they don't talk about it for the shame or stuff. But I feel like family plays a very important role. Look out for girl children. If you're from societies where the girl child is caught like after birth or something, make sure that when someone puts to bed,
you go and tell them, don't cut your girl
tell
child.
them not to cut the girl child. And if in societies where, if you're from societies where girls are caught at teenagehood, talk to them. Let's do this rites of passage thing without necessarily cutting them. And if you have to reach out to someone or an organization,
please do.
Please do.
There are several organizations that are working to end FGM. So we're about to bring the vlog to a close, and thank you so much for watching. But
thank you.
One final note before I go is that before we go, it's not me alone today, so
That's fine.
before we go, make sure that you as a person, after seeing this vlog, take it upon yourself to educate your friends, your neighbors, everybody about female genital mutilation. Now that you know what it is, please take it upon yourself to tell the world that female genital mutilation is bad. There's no two way about it. It's just
there's really no two way about it.
It's just terrible.
It's just, let's end it.
Let's end it. Together we shall end
FGM.
End cutting girls.
Oh yeah, together we shall end cutting girls in this generation.
Yes.
Thank you.
So don't forget to follow us on our social media accounts. I am on Instagram, on Twitter at the social _connect. Your social media accounts, right?
At her petiteness.
Petite queen. Oh Lord. So she's on Instagram and Twitter at our petiteness. And for more information, you can visit our team's official website at www.endcuttinggirls.org. You can also follow us on social media. We are across all social media platforms at YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, everywhere. We are everywhere at End Cutting Girls.
And we post WhatsApp conferences if you're a WhatsApp person.
Yeah, if you want more information, just visit our website or visit our Facebook page. We always sending posters, about when our conferences are coming up. Do a weekly Twitter conference, 5 p.m. on Thursdays.
Yes.
Yeah. So there you have it, guys. Thank you so much for watching this vlog.
And on Thursdays, you just follow the hashtag
End Cutting Girls. Yeah.
That's End Cutting Girls without any space. So together, and then the hashtag in front, and then you click on your search button, and then there you're with us.
Yeah. Taisha, you see this vlog was supposed to be 10 minutes. See how many minutes it is?
Yeah, because there's a lot of cutting.
So from both of us, Faye, thank you so much for being
thank you for
fantastic guest. Oh my God, today you're awesome.
Thank you
so much. It was amazing. She's not usually this gentle, but oh my God, she just went corporate.
Oh no.
ASAP. You know I'm on. Okay, we have to go there. Thank you again, and God bless. Bye.
Bye.